So, in one of my prior videos, I mentioned the fact that Rosie O'Donnell has really been losing her mind lately over Donald Trump. And don't get me wrong, this is nothing new. This has been happening for years now. But things are just getting worse because, we got this election coming up. But I wanted to provide you all a better example of how this woman is losing her mind and how she can't talk about anything unless it's centered around Donald Trump. And you can tell that she wants to talk about other things. She wants to revisit other memories in her life. It's like she's struggling to get over it, but she can't help but obsess over Trump. Even when she's talking about memories she had when she was a little kid, somehow it comes back to Trump. Or she'll start off talking about Trump and she'll just trail off into other conversations that have nothing to do with Trump, but it just shows you the first thing on her mind, her conversation starter, the icebreaker, the only thing that she feels like she can say to relate to other people, it has to have something to do with her hatred of Donald Trump. But before I go any further talking about this, let's go ahead and watch this clip. It's about 4 minutes long. But just check it out and just really pay attention to just how all over the place this woman goes.
Well, hey, everybody, it's Friday all day. I just watched the Kamala Harris interview on CNN, and I cannot wait for the debate. She is so eloquent, so quick, so intelligent. She is the opposite of him in every way, and I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see it. That could be the final nail in his coffin right there. He's going to have to speak for 90 minutes, stand for 90 minutes, not interrupt and not have a breakdown. I don't see that happening. And the other day I was talking about his ear, when people were writing it, and I think the same thing as you. What was that all about, The thing about his ear is he does his life the way Mark Burnett taught him to do TV on The Apprentice, which is you make up a story and you stick to it no matter what. Like that the Trump organization was this huge organization with all these people. It was not. It was a small organization with mostly family members, some of whom are in prison, the head of his financial part of his world, which he's supposed to be a brilliant genius. Anyway, it's so good. Just watch it if you haven't watched it. And I just want to thank the world for inventing YouTube. Because when I was a kid, I would be so upset if I missed an episode of Welcome Back, Kotter. Because there was no way to see it unless you were lucky enough to catch it in reruns. But there was no syndicated TV back then. So the fact that rather than trying to figure out how to get there on CNN, I can just type it into YouTube and kaboom. It's like magic to me. The internet remains like magic. Because when we were kids, what did we have? The Encyclopedia Britannica. Only one family on the block had every letter, and that was Jackie Ellard's house. And Jackie used to let me borrow letters because we had 3 letters. We had A, G, and what was the other one? L, Lincoln, because I did a report on Abe Lincoln using Jackie's Encyclopedia Britannica. I think my mom started to buy them for us when they were $3.99 each at Food Town, right? At wherever you went and got your food, the supermarket, A&P, that you could buy one there, but we never continued and got the rest of the letters, so we had 3. But, it still worked. But thank God for Jackie Ellard, I'm telling you. My friend for 60 years. 60 years. It's kind of crazy. And I was saying to her, we were at my son's wedding, which was 2 weeks ago today. We were saying to each other, what would have happened if our parents didn't move on the same street? What would have happened? Would I have had this bond with someone else? I can't imagine. And we both have sisters that we're no longer close to, which is so interesting too. It's because almost like we were able to be each other's replacement sister, But what is a sister? Not Jackie is a sister with me my entire life, knows every single thing about my life, and I with her and hers. And then we got Weenie in 7th grade, Jeannie Weenie, who is also like a sister and an amazing woman and a great friend. And I'll post a picture on Insta of the three of us at the wedding. I think I put one up. Maybe go look if you're interested. Okay, so that's all. I just want to remind you, if you haven't seen the Kamala Harris, Tim Walz interview on CNN, go to YouTube and watch it. Watch all 3 parts. And then just dream about how amazing that debate is going to be. Okay? Oh, please.
Okay, folks, I'll start off by saying something nice. I kind of like her glasses. They look pretty cool. But other than that, that's the only nice thing I have to say right now. But do you all see what I've been trying to explain? How she literally goes all over the place. This video started with you talking about Trump, and somehow it ends with you talking about you and your 2 best friends from childhood reading encyclopedias. What the hell does that have to do with anything? Nothing at all. But it just shows you, like I was explaining earlier, that, it's like the past Rosie O'Donnell is inside the new Rosie O'Donnell trying to break free. She just wants to reminisce about the good old times. She wants to catch up with old friends. She wants to talk about the encyclopedia report she did when she was 13. You know what I mean? But she can't. She has to focus on Trump first. It all has to start with Trump first. This woman really just wants to talk about something else. She wants to talk to someone, anyone, literally about anything else in the world, but she can't because she's gone crazy with TDS. And watching this, it's kind of mind-boggling. Because if you saw the Kamala Harris interview on CNN, or let's just put it this way, if you've seen any Kamala Harris interview ever, you know this woman's an idiot. You know that woman sounds stupid. And you can say what you want about Rosie O'Donnell. I don't think Rosie O'Donnell is that stupid to think that this woman sounds intelligent, right? But my question is, and this is not just a question to you all, it's just a question I have in my mind. It's like, do these people actually convince themselves of this? Like, do they actually convince themselves in their mind that Kamala Harris sounds intelligent and that her interviews go well and her policies sound good, even though she's never talked about policies? Like, do they really convince themselves of these things? Or are they just gaslighting and trying to convince others? I don't know. Sometimes I feel like some of these people actually believe this stuff, but at other times, I know these people don't believe the things they're saying. But when it comes to Rosie O'Donnell, I mean, you see the look in her eye. That woman's all the way gone. The Rosie O'Donnell from the past is no longer there. You know what I mean? The woke mind virus has taken over. So, yeah, maybe someone like Rosie O'Donnell probably buys into this, but I don't think a lot of these people are actually buying into this nonsense. They just will pretend they will in order to try to convince you to buy into it as well. But let me know what you think about all of this down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell. And if you find yourself getting too worked up by all of this, remember, it's just political cinema.